is wrong with you guys? When is this gonna end?
You're not my buddy.
Where is that guy now?
Well, that guy is known as DJ Deadlift, aka Disco Dracula, and I don't know if he's been absorbed into the sands of time, but I've been sitting on that clip for a while, and it's been hard to get around the music. The music apparently is heavily copywritten, so I had in that Gregorian chant to try to get through the copyright slide. And
Wait,
I mean, anytime you can have Aquanet hair, tossing of size, you know, like anybody can do nunchucks. Not anybody can do size, right?
No, next level.
I was gonna ask if that guy is free to master my new record, right?
I mean, listen,
Needles already.
this is where I pull back the mask, and it's actually Kevin Gray. That was actually Kevin Gray on a Geraldo show.
Oh,
it's like
probably gonna work that into an intro at some point.
I used the side to cut the record. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a diamond tipped.
Yeah,
right?
well, obviously.
Right.
Damn.
You got to play it back with a side though for maximum.
Sure.
So
Yes.
what you're saying is we need to bring that one back. I think it's highly possible. It's highly probable. I want to give a shout out. Dr. Johnny Fever says DJ Dracula is now bald and managing a Jimmy John's in Hoboken. Highly possible.
Could be.
Highly
It's okay.
possible. He could have also been. He also could have been eradicated for selling illegal cigarettes like Dino Bravo. So I mean, there is the possibilities of where are they now, DJ Dracula? Endless.
You should show Tom's comment. Though,
Oh
on
yeah,
this one.
we're going to address the hiring district says is there a financial dispute with Ronaldo? Tom, I don't want to bury the lead. I mean, you can kind of see there's some Easter eggs in the background. There's a Morrissey album on that rack there.
Wow.
The truth of the matter is Arnaldo could not be bothered. There's a concert. We'd been doing the concerts, and that's why we've been gone last couple of weeks. Thursdays, there's a popular night for music. Who knew? And Arnaldo he took the baton and he sang Pulp, which is a band Jason saw 2 years ago, I think, when they were in Chicago. So I had a crash course when Jason and I went up to Chicago. And so Arnaldo's having hopefully a good time, and I wish him well. And hopefully it'll save us this week in payroll, because we don't, Arnaldo is on an appearance package, so he doesn't get paid. He only gets what they call the minimum. This is like a wrestling deal. You get a baseline, and then you get paid on appearances. So we're only netting. I think we're only paying $6,000 for Arnaldo not to be here. So I think it's a win-win.
Wow.
Tell me what you I do
it's
have
the high production value at the beginning.
This is, I mean, listen, DJ Dracula is not cheap either, guys. I mean, this is also why we had to pull the curtains dark. We had to save on money, pay for Arnaldo, and pay for the rights to DJ Dracula. So once we work through those things, here we are.
The insurance on Sky work is through the roof. I heard.
They won't even insure half the people who are like master side people. I mean, it's unbelievable. The prejudice. It's who knew? I do want to call out Travis Foley. Hello, Southern Illinois Record Show, Metro East Record Show, end of the month. He was kind enough to give me a shirt for his shop. This is the Vinyl Zone. This is over in O'Fallon, Illinois. Recently, they moved across the plaza. It's over by Scott Air Force Base. They were at the end. They were at the anchor when they first started. Now they've moved into the more spacious space formerly inhabited by a Subway. So you know your record store has made it when you take over for a broken down Subway location. Travis was quick to point out that they no longer sell sandwiches. So no footlongs unless you ask nicely. And then I think Travis will make something in the back. So congratulations on the move, Travis. Good to see you over the weekend at the record show. Depeche Commode, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, here, Chris Mann, over across the pond. Just Kiss You Wondering, and the one who sent you the Instagram reel today about Bruce Springsteen. Yes, I saw this. Yeah, Chris sent me, I guess they did some kind of thing on CBS Early Morning or something where Bruce went back to the room he recorded the Nebraska album in. Obviously, they, surprise, released another box from Bruce Springsteen. I think ever since he sold those masters, he's just pumping them out.
So how did they do it? I didn't watch that. Did there was somebody else in the room and
they're
like, who are you? Now? And he's like, I'm Bruce Springsteen. And he's like, wait, who are you again? And then he's like reaching underneath the bed and he's like, what are you doing, man? Pulls out Nebraska box set. Like
that's the way they should have done it. I think it was like Leslie Stahl, and she's a professional, and I think he even reached under and he's like, big man, and then he realized Clarence is no longer with us, and
oh my god,
oh man.
Although the nephew does pretty well from what I'm told.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, Kimbo, my Chick-fil-A order took forever. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Generally speaking, they're quite efficient. They are masters of efficiency. I'll give that. Kendall is here, Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem. Good evening, everyone. Nice to see the show back on. Well, thank you. I know not everyone shares that opinion. I can't wait to see clips of this show cut up, put on other places that are starving for attention. But, that's how these things go. You just learn to roll with it. Brian Glick is here. What's going on? I had a wonderful time with the Glick Master at Pantera on Saturday. It was quite a throwback show. You would think that only having 50% of the original band, they may lose a step. I got to give Zach Wild a lot of credit. And the drummer, who I don't know who the drummer is, but Zach Wild, pretty obvious to stick out. They brought it. And
I was just going to ask you who the guitar player was. I didn't know it was.
Zach. Yeah, Zach has stepped in. I saw him 2 years ago when they were touring with Metallica. Metallica was doing that, 2 nights in the city. I think they did that up until last year. And so Pantera opened one of the nights. And so it was my first time seeing new Pantera. That's cool. And it was good because, Rexy is still on bass and obviously Phil is there. And, man, it's good. It's good. I'm a little too old to get into it like I used to, but, because I was just sore from just being there, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it's like, damn, I woke up the next day. My buddy Billy knew all the words, and he's just like going hard on it. I knew most of the words, but I was like, man, we're gonna be feeling it. And we were like cast buddies, the next day. It was like moving around is rough. So anywho, Alan Always is here. Good evening. Is it shill o'clock already? Well, hold on. Wait a minute. We might have something for you. Thank you. Yes, Charlie Benante. I'm terrible at names, from Anthrax. That's right. Thank you, Trevor, Flat Round, and Spun BC. Good channel there. Excellent. Well, let's see. We gotta give everybody Richard's Vinyl Tap House. Hello. Make sure music in the house. Hello. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? It's an illustrious panel. I know that a lot of competition. We used to have Thursday nights unopposed, and then everybody came to us. I'm just going to point that out. Everyone came to us, and everybody still wants to draft off of our seed, our flavor. And that's just how it works. KP Spins, hello. Chasing Records, hello. I think I've covered the bases, and if I haven't, we'll get to you. Decoy Cards, hello. Good to see you. Now, this is Surface Noise, the show of record that talks about records. We're back. It's been a couple weeks. A lot of music. We'll get into some of that. A lot going on. Familiar faces. Kind of a familiar face. If you've been watching the channel for a while, we'll get into it. Let's do the introduction. And then some people are missing. We talked about Arnaldo at the Pulp Show. John Bong is on assignment. I think he's deep in the Panama jungles trying to save some rescued people, kind of like Arnold and Predator. How did I mix up my Arnold movies? See, I'm so rusty. I can't believe I mixed up my Arnold movies. Terrible. Anyway, welcome back. Glad to have you back. The room is filling up nicely. You know these people. Let's go through introductions. Spent some time with them a couple weeks ago in Chicago. Went to Oasis show, sitting in different areas. It is Jason Rojas. Good evening, Jason.
Thanks for having me back on, Concert Buddy. Concert Buddy got to witness my frugal ways, you know? I got dirty in the cheapo bins quite a bit, you know?
It's accurate. I saw it firsthand. I've seen it a little bit before, like at the Austin Record Show. He's very calculated, but I got to see it, and there's no shame in that game. He was, top bins. Top bins in the wall? Everybody goes there. Nobody goes. He said nobody goes down here, and he pulled out some winners. Maybe we'll talk about that. Sean is here. Hello, Sean. And then from the Empire State, he's holding it down as Arnaldo has left us hanging yet again. It is the Groove Seeker, Chris. Welcome, Chris. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. I missed you guys. Adam, good to see you.
Yeah, man, you too.
Well, hey, man, listen, you can't do the introduction for me. We're already off the script.
I'm sorry. Arnaldo said I could do it. If
he's your guys. He's your guys.
That's my bad.
Even when he's not here, he's in control.
You want me to leave and come back? I can leave and come back.
Yeah. Let's send him out. We're gonna bring him back in. This is why I was gonna do like the wrestling introductions. We're gonna have smoke and some Titantron entrance packages for everybody, but working on budget. Again, all the money goes to Arnaldo's salary at this point. Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe 2026 if we're still around.
After this show, there might be some payroll free. It might be.
Well, after all the shilling we're about to do, it's just gonna roll in. It's gonna roll in like off the tongue. And then I had him on here before promoting his terrific album with the Freight, Tales of Maybe. He's here not to promote, but we talked about it anyway. See how it's called Slipping It In. Slipping It In. It's Adam from the Freight. Hello, Adam. Welcome back.
Hey, thanks so much for having me, buddy. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. We're going to talk records, and maybe we'll talk about your record again. I don't know.
We don't have to, man. It's all good. I feel so bad the shit you guys catch for that.
No, there's nothing to feel bad about. If you're in Southern Illinois, by the way, go to Riverbend Records, the exclusive home of Tales of Maybe. Check it out. Travis, you gave me a T-shirt, but you didn't get placement for Tales of Maybe. Let's work on that, Travis. There's an opportunity to grow. I'm just saying. Once you get done making those egg salad sandwiches at the
Subway, freight train.
That's right. Oh, that's a co-branding match made in heaven. I think it is. Oh no. Oh, hang on a second. DJ Dracula's taking shots. The record keeper, 33 RPM, says, "I bet DJ Dracula was a pro at slipping it in." No doubt. No doubt. I think DJ Dracula invented it. Now, don't forget his other name, Disco Dracula. I mean, it's like it's the yin and the yang. It's the yin to the yang.
So many unknown children.
So many Whitesnake shows that just no one will speak about ever again. It's unbelievable. Hello, Alex, Beer and Vinyl. Good to see you, sir.
What's up, Alex?
Breakfast King of Loyal. I had a lunch. I actually met BK in the flesh. He was through the town proper. We met up. He took off the mask and revealed what a handsome devil he is, and then we broke bread. If you know what I mean, breaking bread.
You didn't take him to that sub place, did you?
No. That's all for special friends. You got to work into it. I've known you longer, so we met at a Korean taco place called Seoul Taco. It's in the Loop near Vintage Vinyl, and it's a solid spot. But yeah, it wasn't Blue City Deli. Blue City Deli is for the elite. It was number 9 on the Yelp sandwich national ranking. So just saying, repping the city. So it was good to meet BK. Now. Joel is here. Whitesnake reference. Check it off the box. The bingo card. If you got your bingo card scoring at home, I did throw that in. Tawny Katane reference optional. I'm just saying. All right. Enough of this. Oh, man. Louis Golden. Boy, everyone's back. Louis Golden's even here. He said, I think the more importantly than whatever you guys are about to talk about is the fact that Mini Kiss is in town tomorrow night, and this guy will be there. Well, wait, that's what we call humble brag. And Louis, I hope you take a lot of footage with your cell phonular, because Mini Kiss is an opportunity that John Bong is a monster fan of Mini Kiss. So I hope it's a wonderful show. Well, let's talk about things. First, we'll talk about 75%. I'm not good at math, but I'm good at this math. 75% of the dais saw Oasis in the last 2 weeks. Now, they weren't in a lot of U.S. cities. Here's another humble brag, just a few. And as I said before, Mr. Rojas and I tag teamed, went up to Chicago, Again, different seats, probably the same experience, and we'll get into it in a second. And then the Groove Seeker himself saw them at MetLife, I believe is the name of the stadium. Adam, did you see them? Did you watch them on YouTube or something?
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't get to see them live, but I've caught some of the highlights. I saw some of your posts. It looked amazing.
It's fantastic. So all that said, I'm not going to, no hyperbole here. Well, I'll hold my opinions. Jason, what were your impressions? We're not going to spend a lot of time on this one, but just in terms of didn't think it would happen again, but money solves all problems, as we learned anything in this music industry. Takeaways from the Live in 25 show in Chicago.
They sounded good. They had to. They didn't say anything nasty. The checks were cashed. The Gallagher brothers were spaced by Bonehead, so no interpersonal like squabbles, Bonehead was in the middle. Like it was, so they, when Liam is singing, like he would look to, I think, his left or something, and he just wouldn't see Noel. He'd see Bonehead, and Bonehead, But I mean, it was very good, actually. It's just, I wish I saw them back in the 90s and the early 2000s. I really messed up on that,
I was going to ask all you guys kind of what was like, what's the makeup, because I actually truly don't know. What's the makeup of the band now, like compared to the original lineup?
More people with guitars on stage. That must be a tough mix,
That's kind of what I figured.
Does Bonehead cut in the mix, or do you put him down? So, I mean, you have like a Bonehead on guitar, Jem Archer on guitar, Noel on guitar. Right. You have a person playing like organ, Joey Wallrocker on drums, and then, of course, Andy Bell on bass. Andy Bell's up ride. Again, he's sort of like a legend. Like, no offense to the Gallagher brothers, like, they're legends, they're biblical, but Andy Bell's on bass. Like, that dude, like, he was in Ride, like one of the top shoegaze bands,
Right.
So he kind of adds like some sort of gravitas, to Oasis, right?
Yeah.
I dig it. Chris Mann, our friend in the UK, says, so I've heard through the grapevine that Oasis are going to release a new album just before Christmas, and there's a new tour coming soon. We're going to hold you to that.
Wow.
Because we don't start rumors, but there's another rumor I'm about to guarantee. We are joined by international super duper star, the one, the only, Danny Bonaducci. No, I'm just kidding. It's John Bong. John Bong is here. Bong Daddy. Fashionably late. How are you, Bongster?
I forgot it was Thursday.
It's okay to forget. We've been gone 2 weeks. It's like anything else. You just lose some reps, get out of rhythm.
Actually, I thought yesterday how funny it is that you're not like you're not lying. Your name is Concert Buddy, so you go to concerts and this shit gets skipped.
Hey, Bongster, I remember the haters have it right. I know nothing of what I'm talking about. I love Nickelback. They're all right. So it's all big facade. I just play pretend. It's actually other people's footage. So it's okay. I'm making it all up. I just sit at home on Friday nights and hang on. You brought props? Bong.
It was already here. I'm like, sounds like something.
Oh no! Back to the Oasis topic. Kimbo says, unfortunately, they do Oasis songs. Kimbo, it's so come on. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. I mean, it's a family reconciliation. Come on now.
I saw. Well, one of the brothers just got caught for something else, right? Well, I just saw that. I saw Paul McCartney went to one of those shows.
He did.
Do you think he listens to that? He's like, ha, I wrote that. Do you think?
I guess you haven't seen the Spinal Tap movie, have you?
No, I haven't, but I don't think it's even playing here right now.
Oh no, I went to see it yesterday. So John Bong, what you just said, there's like a moment of that.
Wow, ripped from the page of the Spinal Tap.
Spoiler, wow. Everybody.
Sorry, this is what you get. I mean,
is it good? Because the trailer looks like ass.
Oh, it was really good actually. The ending, which I won't give away. I was not expecting that. And it really, I was like, that's the only way to end this movie. That is the perfect way.
Oh man, I want to see it.
Is it a Dewey Cox ending?
I think it's actually better than the Dewey Cox ending.
Oh,
what happened was
wow.
but
I
what
think it's
happened,
better than the
I
Dewey
say
Cox
this,
ending.
what happened was so extreme. Like I
no.
just couldn't believe it. I was sort of like, what the hell? Like that just didn't
Stream's
happen.
over. Stream's
you know?
over. Everyone
And
go to your local movie house and just watch Spinal.
So then I was like, how do they top that? And then you have to wait till the end of the credits, and they just top it one more time. They
awesome.
take it one more level, and I was like, and they had that face at the end, and I was like, what the? And then it was like, it's over. I was like, oh my gosh.
I mean, I think that the best music fake documentary or fake biopic ever would always be Dewey Cox. Just
because of Jenna Fisher. I know what you're thinking, Bong. Peak Jenna Fisher.
No. Just wait until the Paul McCartney part. When you watch that part, it's so like, okay, can you share Chris Mann's Spin Doctor?
Oh, hang on a second. Dude, did they all go through?
Okay. So there's a part that's like so similar. Like, remember they ask him, why does he have this? You know, why does he go to 11? They have something similar. Like, should I give it away or just say no? So there's something similar, like too many, like this. And then they're like, why do you have all this? And he's just like, because goes to 11, you know, like what the like you're just like oh, and like it hits you. They're like, oh, it's I see.
That didn't sound good at all.
Hang on now.
Yeah.
Back to the Oasis topic. We don't want the folks at Spinal Tap 2 to come after us. The record keeper 33 RPM is hashtag Team Blur. I think that's a shot across the bow. I think that's okay, but
Pulp is actually the better band. To be
whoa! Just wow, unbelievable. All right, well, Groove Seeker, you saw him up in your area Saturday, or is it a Sunday show, right?
I saw the Sunday show.
All right, so thoughts, observations. Did it change your life?
In a way. I mean, one of my favorite bands ever. Didn't see them in the heyday. I saw Noel quite a bit solo, and I had very limited expectations. It was in a stadium, not my style.
Sure.
And I was just say, like, you know what, I'm going to be there and have a good time with my friends. And I got to say, I think they exceeded my expectations. I would say like a while. It took me a while to get over like the post depression of the show. I thought the mix was good. I was nervous about all the extra, musicians on stage. Liam sounded great, like excellent. Yeah. He made some great jokes, and the crowd was just pumped it into it. And I think they'll be back next year. I hope they don't release an album, because if they get in the studio, it's over. Like, just so everybody knows, like, I think what we're seeing is like 2 shows a week, back-to-back nights, and then lots of space is probably helping the situation. And they're not doing interviews, except I know he was on Beato, and I'm sure Beato didn't bait him on Liam stuff, but they're not talking to the press, and I think that's on purpose, right? So yeah, I thought it was good. And one of the major takeaways I have, I think, obviously it's a crowd of our age group and a little bit older, but I think people want to see rock and roll. They want to see a band they weren't mailing it in. They were tight, like Jason said. Yep. And they don't want to go see a Laptop live anymore. They want to experience that.
I mean, even Lars Ulrich, he went to 4 shows. I mean, Lars.
What?
Yeah.
He went to 4 shows?
Lars was he was globetrotting. He was all over the place. I have a guy I work with used to be an exec at Capitol, and friends of his have gone to like 4 shows too. And I said, "Oh, are you friends with Lars Ulrich?" And they're like, "No, but my buddy took a charter with Lars to the 4th show."
Yeah.
I wanna say to Louis, because he's going through some shit.
Hang on, yeah, I didn't want to bring this up. I wanted to get through the Oasis conversation, but Louis Golden is here, and he's just raining down. This is vinyl jihad, we call it. He once asked Bong, "Can you ask John Bong why, even after I bought his record, he didn't buy mine?" Hashtag hurtful. John Bong, how do you please to these charges? That's a salty accusation.
I'm gonna dismiss that comment completely, because I was going to answer the other one he wrote.
Oh no! Oh, Louis is hitting you. We call that machine gun golden when he's just firing the hot takes.
Look, Look,
Louis, Oasis is cool,
live,
but Kroger didn't deliver my smoked salmon today, and I want justice. Discuss.
Louis, look, you live in Texas. There's HEVs like around you,
and there's the chilling has begun. We are sponsored by HEV.
You buying a fucking Kroger? What is this shit? That's bullshit. Like, why will you even do it? You know, you fucked up. That's why. You know.
This is true. Yeah, there's been a lot of celebrities at these Oasis shows. I think Bill Burr, I heard his take on his Monday morning show. Hetfield, like Dr. Johnny Fever says. Dave Grohl was buying bootleg T-shirts from the vendors outside the stadium. I thought that was a great gotcha moment.
Why didn't you mention that? There were like guys outside, like.
Oh yeah. So real quick, the Chicago experience. I've only been to Soldier Field for like an athletic thing, so I wasn't familiar with the setup, how they do a concert. And overall, it's solid. It's decent sight lines. They did some renovation to it. I think the Bears are going to leave there. I think they're going to like Arlington Heights or something. But regardless, good sound. Crowd, like Chris was saying in New York, the crowd was really into it. They sounded good. Everything Jason said, I echo 100%. What I will say is getting out of Soldier Field, and maybe Chris, it was a different experience for you, tell us, but it was literally human soup. It was shoulder to shoulder. You have your usual concert. You got the drunks, you got the crazy girls, but well, it was probably two things stuck out to me. One, while we're leaving, and hopefully wrestling fans are here, Adam Copeland, known as Edge in WWE, walked right past us. So he was there. So talk about more celebrities. I didn't even know what to say to him. I probably looked like a big mark because I didn't know what to call him, Edge or call him Adam or call him Cope or whatever. So he just walked right in front of us. And then we were trying to leave and they corralled us. It was almost like a horror movie. They corralled us into an area that we couldn't escape because we were trying to get to this platform. And the platform was roped off. So then we had to fight against traffic. You ever been in those situations? And all I could think about is if I don't get COVID this way, I really don't know how else. I might as well go lick some door handles because it was there was people in wheelchairs. Like I'm like, this guy's, it's like Darwinism. Like this guy's not getting out of here.
And you're missing the one point where the guy recognized me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was leading to So Jason gets recognized. Jason, I don't want to steal your thunder.
No. To go ahead, tell it. You should tell it. It was wild.
Well, no. This is your because Jason was live streaming the show during. I didn't know this is a great idea. He got over 1,000 subs, so congratulations there, Jason. Nice. It was the push that. The last push the Gallagher brothers gave him over 1,000 subs. Right. But no, Jason, please share.
Well, I forget what we were talking about. I forget how did that why did the guy say
there was, I think Kevin Gray's name came up again.
Yeah.
I think he was synonymous. And
right. He said it out loud. It was sort of like, It
was like a call saying, hey, Jason. Yeah.
No, I think he was like, I think I see Kevin Gray. And I was just like, you would only say that if you know who I am. And I look back
yes,
and I saw him and I was just like, hey, I'm Jason. And he introduced himself. And he introduced himself as Monsieur Kevin Gray. And I was like, Then I should have been like, yep, that Rhino Hi-Fi Fleetwood Mac you did. Maybe next time.
So anyway, overall, Oasis, a lot of fun. I think Jason, even you're going to Monterey, right? You're going to go to the next. Jason was like so captivated, so engulfed in the experience. He's like, you know what? Where else can I go? I can't make it to the Rose Bowl, but I can go down to is it Monterey or is it Mexico City?
It's Mexico City.
Sorry, Bonner. I didn't want to. I wasn't trying to get your town overrun with gringos mayors, but so Mexico City.
Jason's analysis is all clinical, but he's the only one going to see them again in a foreign country. I'm just telling you that. He's masking how much he enjoyed it. He's just trying to be too cool for school.
Well, let's back up here. Mexico City was closer to me, but I had no idea that was on the tour itinerary. And when I found out, I was like, what the? But it was already too late. I had already bought the ticket to Chicago. So 2 weeks ago, Team Oasis sent me an email like, are you still interested in Mexico City? Open seats are available. I was like, I was texting Liam, why are you doing this to me? Why? Why?
He said maybe.
right. And so, like, I waited in the queue. A ticket showed up. I'm like, I had to like look up, view from a seat. And I'm like, this is good. And what was even the kicker is when I actually paid for it, it was half of what I paid for the Chicago show.
Wow. Wow. Is that because it was pesos? I don't know. It's a conversion issue, or
I don't know.
How much was it?
Dynamic ticket pricing.
I'll tell you tomorrow in person.
I just know it was like, even for my rich friends, it was too much. So I don't know about that.
It would have been
conversion rate. But,
I think it would have been the equivalent of a VG Karen Dalton record. How about that?
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's like 5 minimum salaries here. So but I will say that I was surprised that there were still tickets available in general, because it's such a
we've already got shots fired, Bonger. To that point, the doctor says, Dr. Johnny Fever, some say Jason is full of shit. That's a high accusation. That's almost true.
Johnny Fever. I make record shootouts, right?
I don't know why. I mean, he's coming here tomorrow, unless he's just like planning to leave immediately afterwards.
No, I'm there. We're gonna do it up.
I'm just saying, like, to that guy.
Please say Jason to the Tomato Lady. We need second source authentication.
No, that's
the Tomato Lady's existence.
Again, I think no one here remembers the original story from the Tomato Lady, but she was in Tijuana and I was here.
Oh no, TJ! Don't take him to TJ. That's where they do the donkey shows. You don't want to.
No.
Chance, I was a bit nervous going to MetLife, because New York, New Jersey get a little wine and cheese with the crowd,
Sure. Yeah.
And like, Adam, like in New England, it just gets a little name.
Premium seats all the way.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, I do.
Wine, like,
I'm also not going to say that I'm not
a
victim of maybe buying a premium seat every now and then, though, because I'm that old. Maybe I'll take the free.
Listen, all I'll say is, originally I had seats for New York. A good friend Felipe, the jazz bum, he got the early access and scored some tickets for us. And then when it became clear I probably should move things around and go to Chicago instead, he took care of getting off of the tickets for us, and we made a nice return. That's all I'm going to say. A substantial return. I didn't even expect it, and as a friend told me, you basically went for free. I was like, no, there's no basically. I went for free. I came out in the black here. So
that's awesome.
Yes, Donkey Show. Donkey Show brings out the people you don't suspect, but then you do suspect.
Interestingly, all those horrible stories from Tijuana always involve no Mexicans and just Americans. So,
Wait, the Tomato Lady's American?
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, hang on a second. We have breaking news.
Breaking news. Say
Tom Bonger. This doesn't happen. This isn't like other live streams. This rarely happens here. But Louis Golden is flashing that record label money. Dono, Louis, thank you. He says, I missed the VC. It was horrifically ruined for me. Oh, no. Louis, show me on the doll where the VC touched you. We can do that offline. It gives me hope that this will be fun. Well, maybe.
Ruined? What happened? Oh, no.
But thank you, Louis. That's very generous of you. You didn't have to do that. But I'm not going to say no, as we like to say.
Who's Chris? Man, he's very upset that somebody gave money to you right now. Who the fuck do you get people to pay you to read their comments?
Oh, no, this is what happens. This is not the intent. I mean, again, Louis, thank you. Chris is saying, who the fuck do you get people to pay you to read their comments? Rich? Oh, he's going to Richard. Oh, no, guys, please. I don't want to referee this stuff. You don't have to pay me $20. This is true. But any chance you can come on the live stream, I'm not going to pay you. Fuck off.
Hey, we're not Arnaldo. We'll come on.
Yeah, listen, you guys don't understand. I'm in a deficit week to week when I'm paying off this Arnaldo thing. It's unbelievable. So Louis just, he helps. That helped. But yes, Chris, I would be more than. I don't know which live stream. If it's the Ian live stream, I'm afraid I can't join that one. There's people over there that don't like me, and I don't need to waste my energy entertaining that. So you hit me up offline.
Do you think by now they've ranked like the same band like 4 times because they ran out of?
No clue. I don't watch. I wish most of those guys the best. It's just
top 3 of the top 5 Rush album videos we've done.
Like something like that.
Yeah, I just
just the ranking of
as the expression goes, I don't wade in those waters. But there are some people in the UK that I enjoy, and hopefully they know who those people are.
I like some. I like when what is it? What's the other channel? The guy with the silly hair.
Oh, that narrows it down, Bonger. I think you're talking about Rob Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah, Rob Walker. I love when Rob Walker just posts like photos of the lady from the X-Files on Instagram, half naked. It's something that happens, and I like.
Listen,
it.
in my what they call it, deep down. When I write my book about the VC one day, there's going to be a chapter devoted to the atrocities that I saw on VC members' Instagram pages, and that one's going to be lower. I mean, that's mild. There's been some weird shit that I've seen. I mean, it's unbelievable.
It's just a photo. Like, hey, you remember like the lady from X-Files? She was hot like 45 years ago. Oh, all right, thanks. And that's it. And you have to be thankful, I guess.
Oh.
You know, I guess.
Well, that checks.
Oasis, yeah, Adam, please.
No, I was just gonna say that checks.
Okay.
It's like if I started posting like Jennifer Connelly photos from like 30 years ago. It's like, you know, maybe when I'm 40, I'm gonna start doing that.
Well, I think we've had enough fun with Oasis. I think we've already seen the divisive waters and the healing waters that the Gallagher brothers incite. The gallery's already at each other's throats. There's donos. I mean, this is a great welcome back. So I'm glad everyone's here. Let's get to topic number 2. And really, this is the central topic of what I call the power hour. This is podcast proper. Obviously, we put up both ports of the show, both parts, I should say. The power hour for the pod, and then we do the freestyle later. And I know, Tom, it's not a real freestyle if we have topics, but sometimes these conversations ebb and flow, and we've been off a couple of weeks. We got some real brain stuff. Whether or not it's good, we'll find out, but more to come. Let's talk about why we collect what we collect. Now, this is complex. It's simple.
Is that a Raymond Carver reference?
Listen, don't get so smart, Bong. I don't read well. I don't know
when we talk about love. You know that. Yeah.
I mean, probably the same spirit. I mean, I don't want to give too big of a tease, but probably on next week's show, there'll be kind of more of where this question comes from, about how we like different stages of the collecting journey, and changing strategies, changing directions, finding new things to collect, etc. But stick around for next week. I think we're going to have a doozy. I don't even think the guys, I haven't even told them this. So, but I say that why we collect what we collect. I think everybody hopefully can relate to, you start collecting records for various reasons, mostly personal. Sometimes there's the emotional attachment to the music. Other times it's, how you remember things as a kid and your parents were into it. We all have our different reasons for doing this.
Sometimes you just like vinyls.
And sometimes you just like vinyls. That's right, Bonger.
Colored vinyls.
Colored vinyls.
Vinyls.
That said, I think it's interesting because I think there's probably a thought process to how and why we collect what we collect. And what I mean by that is there's probably something that's driving us at various points. Like it changes, right? Like I dip my toe in jazz for about 18 to 24 months. And I'm good. I dry it off from the pool, and I'm good. I probably bought maybe 1 or 2 jazz records this year. That's all I need. So it changes. It ebbs and flows. So at this point in time, I'm gonna start with you, Groove Seeker, and then we'll go to Adam. Right now, at this point in your collecting journey, like how would you say why you collect, what you collect, and what's the thought process behind it?
It's not that complicated for me. It's kind of always been the same. When I was a kid, it was CDs, tapes and CDs, and then
CDs nuts.
Yeah, CDs nuts.
If you tape your penis to your forehead, you can see these nuts. I don't know if you knew that. Sorry. Sorry.
I hope that CD's nuts are on the hype sticker of that Chronic One Step. That's what I'm really hoping.
Oh, we'll get into that one. Don't worry, that's a freestyle topic if I've ever heard one.
It's like, and then I went. I had a record collection, and then I had to get rid of it because I had no room. And then I was all digital, and then I came back like over 10 years ago. And it's just like, it's not too complex. It's like I want the albums. I want to have them in physical form. I don't go on the hunt, I think, as much as you guys do for like first pressings, rare pressings. I definitely have some of that stuff, but I don't. It's not my number one driver. So for me, it's like it's a nonstop influx of like albums I like, bands I support, artists I enjoy, and just kind of building that library. So I have it and I want it, and it's like kind of, I don't know, like I think I'm not being too romantic when I say it's been like a dream of mine, but I always like waited for like, all right, one day if I have a house when I'm an adult, like there's going to be a record room, like as juvenile as that sounds, perhaps to make that a goal. But I also like sharing with it. Like my daughter's at a stage where she asks me a lot about music, and I've been letting her, like giving her a record once in a while. She's like, Dad, just give me an album I should hear. And I can like share that with her. Over the years, my wife's learned to like ask more and like get interested. Not like she's a music nut, but there's a communal thing about it. Like when people come over, family and friends, and they just poke around the shelves and they ask questions, and it just sparks conversation. So it's just always been a constant for me. Music's always been like the number one hobby, the number one thing, no matter where I'm at in life. So this is just like a natural progression. I do remember, it's real quick on that sharing point. I was that dork back when social media first started rising to prominence that would share my track of the day, like anybody gave a shit, just trying to share like music I really was passionate about. And I even did like the little play symbol. Like I'll still get those alerts like 15 years ago on Facebook, and it's like this song, and I'm like, what a dork. I mean, the spirit and like the motive behind it was pure, but looking back, like what a goofball. But anyway, but it's the same thing, right? You want to share like what you're passionate about. I'm that dork now. I do it on my Instagram every day.
Busted.
Put one up. But like, it's not, and I'm not putting anything like that no one's ever heard before, but I do get messages from friends or people I met and like, hey, if you like this, try this. Or like, oh, I remember that song. So I just kind of try to do that, try to share. And the one thing I have loved about like being around you guys and talking is kind of living vicariously through your trends and what you're interested in. It's like I get like genuine joy when you guys show something or like, hey, I got this, or we start to ask each other about what we're listening to, or the history behind a pressing and stuff like that. It's like that is like the history part of the hobby that I'm engulfed in, even though I don't actively always participate in. Like I do go after some like what we call grails or like on our want list, but just seeing like the enthusiasm and getting to know you guys, there's a bigger meaning to that. And one final thing I'll say is like, now there's so many albums in my collection that like I relate to you guys as individuals. So like I'll put on a record, I'm like, oh, that's like that's a Rojas recommendation, or Jose or Chance turned me on to this, or I talked to Adam about this band and I'm playing it. So it's just kind of always there. That's kind of my motivation for being in this hobby.
I dig it. So, Mr. Adam, special guest.
Yeah, I mean,
because obviously where you are, and not to bring the whole YouTube piece into it, bring the YouTube piece into it. Like it's clear that like you like collecting the music you care about, that you're passionate about, that has personal resonance with you. Obviously, as a musician, as a father, as all the things that you are in your life. Yep. So, at this point, as we're having this conversation, why do you collect what you collect?
I think Chris just hit on a bunch of points that I can relate to be honest. I'm not going to double down on everything, but he really did. Like, it is good to be at a point in my life where I can sit back and like start a bit of a like small library of records and things that I really like that I can curate myself. It was one thing, like starting in the late 80s, early 90s with tapes and CDs, like you mentioned. That's where I started having so much of. I didn't do the vinyl thing until like I really didn't get into it until like 10 years ago. So like when I started doing the vinyl, I was like, I truly didn't realize the sound difference. Like I thought it was BS. I thought I didn't buy it. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's cool. Like I got it. Like I understood the physical media, obviously, because I had CDs and tapes and everything like that. But I can take no credit for being like on the OG train, back in the '90s into vinyl. Like that wasn't me. But after I went to Berkeley and got into sound and like music and all that stuff, and the sound of records truly captivated me. I think I can honestly say that I don't know that I would still be listening to records now if the sound wasn't that different than like listening to a CD or a tape. Like the sound does captivate me, and like when I hear something that grabs my ear, I can't help but like dig into it. And as far as like collecting now, it has made me listen to music in a completely different way than I think I ever have, really. And I think it's influenced me in how I want to record music and how I want to create music and how I want to like interact with music. It's just like an organic experience that makes me want to like listen to things in different ways. Like there's so many records that I have bought that I never would have listened to streaming, or like I never would have bought the CD. I never would have experienced these records. And I love that about, it's just, there's so many records like that. Like I brought a couple of examples of like, they're kind of like what a lot of people would probably call like kind of like on the cheesy side. But for me, I really like, I love jazz, and, it was pretty ingrained in me at Berkeley, whether you wanted it or not. But this kind of stuff, right, is on like the softer side of jazz, right? And it's into like that 70s soul jazz and, into the early 80s. But like artists like George Duke and like Grover Washington.
There he is.
These are like $5 records.
Cheap Heat Daddy. Yep. Dude,
they sound killer. And it's that kind of jazz that's not going to blow anyone's mind. It's not going to take you to that, to those out there places. But there's like, I'm huge into improvisation. I really love improv of all kinds. And these are like master level musicians doing things that are like setting a vibe that I'm really into. So I find myself now, I collect a lot of these like $5 and $10 records, kind of full circle, like when I was buying reissues early on, and kind of doing these. Yeah, Stanley Clark's on that record actually. And so anyway, so I find myself seeking that kind of sound, that vibe. And this is music that I never would have listened to had it not been for records, for vinyl.
I dig it. Yeah, everything you guys are saying, I'm tracking, like the library aspect. Like, there's people who like books, and I like books too, but the music, just having a library of music that literally, like, whatever the mood or whatever, I'm thinking about somebody or some moment in my life or whatever, that I have the luxury, and it is a luxury. I mean, there's no joke about this, to go over and pull something from my shelf and put it on. Now, whether it's a first pressing or colored vinyls, as Jose said, again, teach their own, no judgment. Like that's one thing I tried really not to do, is cast stones on why people collect things that maybe aren't for me or things that I'm not a fan of. Like, teach their own. But the luxury of being able to go and get that and throw that on, and the luxury of time to then sit down with it, or at least have it while you're cleaning or working or whatever, like all luxuries, right? All right, Bonger, you have a very interesting taste of different styles of music. At this point in your life, obviously running your own label, being a musician yourself, all the above, why are you collecting what you collect at this point?
I've stopped altogether, like, buying shit I don't need. It's just lately what I collect is stuff that relates to what I'm working on, repressing, or doing something, But right now I'm focusing a lot of genres that I don't think anyone in the VC is looking for. Records from my country, Central America and South America, a lot of experimental music that I really like, that I think in a few years is going to be way more expensive to collect, and trying to get rid of all that 2015 to 2022 records that I bought that I don't listen to anymore. You know, I don't have a lot of nostalgia records that I keep. You know, if I don't know, like there are records I love that I don't own on any format, and that's fine. You know, when I listen to them again digitally or whatever, I'm happy to listen to it. But there's stuff like I don't need any Beatle records anymore. Like
no. Don't
every
we don't need the
member
Beatle
of
people
that
coming
band.
for us.
So
Jose,
just-
please, let's take it easy on. They're
Yeah,
those are octogenarians. Okay.
Like,
So what's your
I
favorite
hope-
Beatles record?
my favorite Beatles record is
Somebody
Paul
else's?
is Dead by Paul McCartney.
Man, if I didn't bring up the Beatles, how come you guys get to it? It's fucked up.
Yeah, I know. But it's just you know, stuff like that. Like I don't need to listen to that ever again. Like I know, you know, it's just so I don't know. It's just stuff like that. I don't have any single like I used to buy stuff just because I thought it was funny to own. And
Sure.
you
Hang on
know,
a second. Do you mean like the Rodney Dangerfield collection that you've amassed? Is that still part of
that one I will say was nostalgic because I grew up watching those type of movies. When I was a kid.
Sure.
You know, and you know, like vacations, shit like that, right? So that dry humor I really like. But I don't know. So lately I've been collecting a lot of stuff from the region, you know, things that I'm working on. Like I just got this one, which is one of my grails that I was looking for years.
And what's
It's
that called?
La Cocina, which means the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
And this is in English. The name of the album would be "Music to Dance."
Oh, I actually knew. I couldn't believe. I actually could read that. I
But,
could read and I could read the other language. Are you proud of me, Jose?
Yes.
Like,
but this is a extremely hard to get record. It's not that expensive. It says like between $100 and $200 or something like that. But I got this sealed, and I'm reissuing this record on my label. So I felt silly that I didn't own it because again, it's very impossible to get all the members in the band. So I'm happy to get this type of stuff, and so this band used to play with Ana Ruiz, which is a piano free jazz artist from here, from Mexico City, and she worked with Don Cherry when he came down to Mexico. She worked with Terry Riley when he was in Mexico. She was when Sun Ra played the Bellas Artes in Mexico City. So a lot of stuff like that, and I'm just happy to like start owning that, because later on when you reissue this type of stuff, it becomes even more may not hit as hard. Well, they did release what is it, Bésame Mucho, and that sucks shit.
Talking about the Beatles again for those not seeing these comments.
But no, it's just look, the Beatles have a huge following here in Latin America. Even people that don't know a single word in English, they know the lyrics perfectly, and they know what they say and what they mean. Like Jason will see, like if he goes to Mexico City, like a lot of people will tell like the name of the albums in Spanish, like or the singles name in Spanish, and that's the only way they know it. And that's, I don't know, that's fine. But there's something in me that right now I'm focused on like collecting things. I from a anthropological sense that I just figure that if I don't get a copy right now, it's going to be impossible later on, or it's just a tragedy that people that own it basically just have it to like sell it to someone else.
Sure.
And so I'm getting rid of stuff I don't listen to buy things that I feel that it's going to get harder and harder. So I do have a long want list, but my main focus on records, probably like 100 records that I really need, stuff that I want to find, stuff that it's not on Discogs. They like finding it's like impossible. But that's the one of my grails that I'm actually working on as well. It's another jazz record, and a friend of mine finally got a copy after like 10 years of looking for it. and I'm like, damn, like how do I get a copy? So so that's why I collect what I collect right now. It's just I feel that I don't want to buy any more audiophile box sets and
Right. I'm
4
right there
LP
with you. Yep.
shit. I'm not gonna listen to that more than once or twice. So why even buy that? Like I don't like FOMO doesn't affect me anymore. It did a little bit during like the pandemic.
Sure.
But I don't know. It's just buy whatever you if you don't like jazz, says don't buy jazz. It's just
Listen, we're not killing jazz. I'm just saying that there's a lot of common threads in what we're talking about. I know Groove Seeker loves jazz.
no, but to me it's always weird when somebody tells me like I want to get into this band. Like what do I listen to? Like just listen to anything. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's like I like King Gizzard. If you listen to it and it's not for you, then it's not for you. Somebody here will listen to Fish and we'll be like, oh, what is this goofy fucking lyric? And you'll be like, if you don't like it, you don't like it, So
well, before we pass the baton to Rojas, I do need to keep up with the chat real quick on this one because we got some interesting comments. Seaford says, my daughter's generation says stuff like the Beatles suck. They didn't use Pro Tools. Well, it's a hot take if I've ever heard one.
Well, they probably do now, the ones that are alive,
Yeah. Brian Glick says he started out as a competitive collector, buying and outbidding others from live record sales and auctions, along with being first in line for RSD. I have now moved away from that type of collecting. That's what I mean. I think we go through these different stages of collecting and yeah. Let's see. Tom, Hiring District says physical media like records can be a good way to combat memory loss. Okay, we're borderline touching on the olds. I do want to be careful on that one. The cocoon crowd, as I call them. Music often triggers memories for people. Yeah, that's true. It does for me. It definitely not only memories but feelings and all kinds of stuff. It's very true. And then Sean, the Vinyl Dreamscape, says partially collecting records is the result of a curious mind, a relatively inexpensive way to, well, I don't know where you're buying a record, Sean. We'll get back to that. A relatively inexpensive way to go places and learn about people and culture you may never know otherwise have a chance to have contact with. Very true.
Well, but that's the thing. Like sometimes in the VC, we're always talking about expensive records. And I think sometimes a lot of viewers or listeners, sometimes they're angry. Like sometimes they're angry at people getting hard to get records. But I think sometimes you just stumble upon them, It's just, or I trade a lot. I traded for that record to a friend that had an extra copy. So I didn't really pay for anything. But it's just.
But I think it goes back to what Chris said earlier. I think like, and this is how I am. Everyone's different. I do think there's degrees of jealousy. I do think there's some haterade being drank in certain circles. But like Chris said, like, if one of you guys get something you've been looking for a while or talked about before and get it, awesome. Sometimes that spurs me to be like, I'm going to try to find that one. Not because I'm the biggest so-and-so fan, but because I have a curiosity. I want to scratch that itch. And if that isn't for me, or if I don't particularly connect with that particular title or pressing or whatever, I'll move it on to the next guy. I got no problem with that. So, there's different reasons, there's different methodologies, but the thing that really is a turnoff to Jose's point is like some people getting like, for lack of a word, butthurt or upset because channels or magazines or reviewers or whoever, come across a certain way. I mean, at the end of the day, man, it's just records. Like, if it ain't fun, what's the point? And life's too short to get all worked up about some of this stuff. But I'm sure I'm going to get some poo-poo in the gallery on that one. But that's just my take.
Chance, there's nothing better than like when I'm in a store. Like I sent you, I don't want to ruin because I know you just got what you got. But like I saw my local post something I know you're looking for. Yep. And it's like, now I'm like, oh, I'm excited to get this information to you so it. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's
and side note, unrelated, since you brought it up, I DM'd them, they never got back to me. So fortunately I already had that in the mix, but I was like, yo, do you want to sell records or do you just want to show records? But maybe we'll talk about that in the freestyle. I do. Okay. Those stores really are perplexing a bit.
And the other thing too is like, is there anything not like amongst us when we like look out for each other or VCLT and all that stuff, but like, is there anything better than giving somebody like a friend or a family member like a record as a gift? No. There's like nothing better.
Yeah,
it's an amazing thing. Like, hey, this is for you.
Yeah, it's
and like. That's part of, I don't know if you guys do this, but like part of my collection is like a little cubby of stuff like I'm willing to give away to anybody who's at my house. Like,
same. Or if I get a good deal on something and I know that like when the time is right and somebody is interested in, I have some Pearl Jam stuff, right? Like, oh yeah, maybe I'm ready to try Pearl Jam. What would you recommend? Oh, I've got a remaster of 10. Here you go, man. You know what I mean? Like that's the good as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Anyway, let's get David's comment and then we'll get Rojas's take on this one. We'll wind it down. David Donnelly's here. He says, me being excited about a special edition box set being announced made me make a phone call that literally saved my girlfriend's life. See, look at there. If that hadn't happened, she wouldn't have seen Oasis 2 weeks ago. See? So we call that vinyl serendipity, David. Vinyl serendipity, trademark pending. All right, Rojas, bring us home because obviously seeing you in action, still hitting them bins on the floor. You've done the gamut. I'm sure you've bought the big ticket and you've bought the little ticket and you've bought the meal ticket items. Why do you collect what you collect right now?
Can you show Breakfast King's comment?
Let's see, BK. Oh no, is he stirring it up? See, I have lunch with this guy. Now he's just bringing it tough. Let's see. Oh no, BK says I hate everyone who has a record I want. Looking at you, Rojas. Wow.
Right.
Tough.
Right. For Paul, Breakfast King of Loyola, right? I only collect to make the haters hate me more, right? The day that this comes out on vinyl, let's show it here.
Oh no, the Game Master General, right. There he is.
No pains, no gains. Right? Did you like that?
the fact that they had the audacity to make a Chris Gaines' greatest hits album as part of that whole gimmick is something else.
Please, Greatest Hits Volume 2, please. But like seriously, like I think it's too late to stop now. Honestly, it's just too late.
Spoken like a real addict, I think.
Right. I collected in my teens, like starting in the 90s. But I mean, at that time, if some of you know, and of course some people in the chat know in the panel, like they were just so cheap, right? Like CDs. Like I think when this came out, it was like what, a $15.
Oh yeah, MSRP 15 to 18, and that's what would disillusion people. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when this box set came out, right here,
the Beach Boys
Pet Sounds, Sessions. I'm pretty sure this was like over 100 at the time.
Yeah, easily. Yep.
This wasn't a cheap thing. So, for me, the thing was like the records were cheaper. They were always under 10, and I had a good time, and people were just unloading them. Now come maybe like, 5-10 years ago, now sort of the game has changed. Like you couldn't even get a penny for Chris Gaines, right?
No, I don't think you still can.
There's a couple of shops near me that pay you to take that album out of their store.
Really?
I mean, you can reuse the jewel case. I mean, sometimes you get like a cracked jewel case, and you can, that's a jewel case.
Like this was the almighty dollar record, dollar CD. I'm sorry, like dollar CD. Like they were just, it would be in the free bin.
Right.
Jason, we got a high charge from Joel Static ATX Records. Check him out online. Jason collects records so he can build up Breakaways Records used bins. Is this part of your strategy?
Right. Anything to help local businesses. That's what I do.
Top small donations.
Yes.
I have a question for the panel in general. Because something did happen to me on Discogs the other day that I thought was bizarre. And it only applies to cassettes and CDs. Since Jason pulled out a CD, I'm going to ask it. But, so if you get a record, a CD or a cassette, and the hard shell, right, the Norelco case thing breaks, you can buy a new one or whatever, but do you still claim it? Like, do you still tell the person like, hey, fuck, like, this arrived damaged? It's because you can replace this.
Yeah,
you can replace this.
So
what do you do?
Short answer. I've got a quick story on this one. It's funny you say that. Friend of the show, Nick Perry, if you recall his great album Terra Firma, we had him on here before. He just put out a cassette of Terra Firma. He did as a double cassette, right? And he lost his dear, I think it's a Siamese cat. What do they call the cat with no hair? Is that Siamese?
Egyptian.
Yeah. So yeah. So anyway,
Siamese glass cat.
yeah. So the cat passed away. So he wanted to pay tribute. So it has a little slipcase with the cat's picture on it. So he's an independent artist. He's a friend of the show, like I said. So I ordered.
He's a badass guitar player.
He's an amazing guitar player. Thank you, Adam. He is terrific. He's actually going on tour with Luke Spiller of the Struts coming up for a little, couple shows. Anyway, so he ships it, and again, you have to keep in mind he's a musician. He's an artist. Fulfillment, you know what I mean? Probably not. So it comes in a bubble mailer, and Jose, to your point, I open it up and it's hurting for certain. So what do? I could either be that guy and be like, and again, this is a different situation than buying something from Discogs. But I just went out and got some jewel cases, and it's the patina, right? Like, so I think it really depends. But if it's a Discogs buyer who I don't know, who we're making a deal, you're damn right. I'm going to send him a nastygram. I'm going to go full on Karen, because right is right. You know what I'm saying?
But mine is even a dumber, because what happened, and cassettes, you open them right like this.
What?
But so
we do that again.
Hang on. We got slow-mo that bitch, because what?
So this part right here.
You make them bigger.
Yeah, hang on. We got to make. Yeah, this is revolution.
Go ahead.
Sometimes this thing here gets stuck. And a guy was telling me that he couldn't open it because he felt like if he opened it, it was going to break.
Mm.
And I told him, A, I was not going to refund him. And I was B, that I could just send him a 20-cent jewel box, Norelco case for him, or that he could swap it, but I couldn't refund him the whole thing.
No, that refund's ridiculous. I agree with that.
And so the guy did a PayPal
claim.
And
come on.
And I did I called a friend, and we did a professional video on how to open a fucking cassette.
Wait, hang on. Where is this video, and why haven't we seen it?
It's just a thing we did.
Oh,
but it was like, white and with the lighting and everything. I had gloves, and I open it, and if you get stuck, you can just do this, and you can, and then it sounds like that, and you open it. But so I thought that was bizarre. So on the PayPal claim, I won, and I just sent him $1, and I said, "Go fuck yourself." I literally said that. So
everyone at Aurora Central, right?
That's right.
Try to fight John Baum.
Sometimes I'll say this.
Excuse me?
You get the weirdest fucking things from people.
You're gonna ask me a bunch of questions? Is that what you're gonna do?
There's a guy in Australia that maybe 6 months after he got his record, he sent me an email saying that he had a ding corner. All right. So I'm in Mexico, Australia, kind of far. It's like $30 shipping, $25 shipping. And but the guy had the balls to ask me if I could just ship him a new copy, and I was like, yeah, sure. Send me the record, and I because I asked him, like, hey, can you, I'm gonna only ship you a jacket, right? If not, I'm gonna refund you like $5. How did that sound? Because shipping $35 or whatever just for a cover so he can tell me that it happened again or whatever, it's bullshit. So he didn't want that, and then like a month later, he told me that he finally opened the record and the record was scratched.
Oh God, this guy's a boo.
And I blocked him from everywhere after I wrote to him that I felt that I was getting scammed and I was not gonna do it. So he did a PayPal claim, and then talking with the guy through there, I told him, can you send me a photo? And the photo just literally, you couldn't see anything. He said that it was hard to get a photo of the scratch. So he's just sending like a photo of the whole record. You can see where it is. So it was horrible. I don't know. So I just feel weird sometimes. People tell you like the weirdest shit when you're buying stuff. So
I agree 2000%. And Cesar's right. We probably should have cut that off for the again. That's probably a freestyle thing. Cesar, thank you, keeping us on our toes. The tape is rolling. I did have to remind myself of that sometimes, but let's wrap this part up. Freestyle coming, so stick around. We've got more of this. We're going to talk more shit on more stuff. This is what we do. It's our brand. I want to thank my guests, the incomparable, the jewel case destroyer of worlds, Thanos, aka John Bong. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And then the second most jewel case destroyer I know, coming soon to Mexico City to wreak havoc on the Tomato Ladies card of records. That's Jason Rojas. Jason, appreciate you.
So how do you deal when this thing's like pushed in? You know what I'm saying? You remember that? You remember that?
That dropped 5 cents in value.
I know. Look at Gaines, man. He's giving you the look. The eye.
I'm mesmerized. Like I think I want to drop my pants, and I don't know what happened to me.
Is that supposed to be like glory hole?
Chris Gaines' Glory Hole. That was the follow-up album they had to shelve. It was too controversial.
Why is that circle punched in?
This
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do you want a closer? You want a closer look?
Wow.
That's why they call it use section.
Yeah, I don't even know how I'm going to top that one. I thought I got the bad joke. No. And then joining us, hopefully again sometime soon, obviously in the freestyle coming up, it's Adam from The Freight. Adam, great to have you back, sir.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, man. It's been a blast. I really appreciate you guys. Same
here, sir. And then the Groove Seeker, literally the biggest member of the dais, 6'6". Is that safe to say, Chris?
6'6", official from the physical a couple weeks
ago.
Yeah.
Well, as the tallest member of the dais, we appreciate you showing up. You give us size authority in the post and on the panel. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me.
You got it. Now, here's the fun part. It's freestyle, y'all. It's Tom's favorite part of the program. High Rent District is still here, hopefully. We're all about that freestyle. Now, we got some topics that probably will run over. There's a couple things I want to talk about. As part of the freestyle, let's do a freestyle before we go into one of these little ditties. And it was talked about earlier in the early Tom says, what's planned for the freestyle? Well, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm about to get into it. Now, I do want to freestyle on one topic because this did come up, and I got to say, I bit on the rabbit. I bit on the rabbit tail on this one. I think I even have it up. Let's go. I got to get my bearings. Share screen. And here we go. The news is out. Oh. The Interscope label, who has been putting out some really good reissues as part of their Interscope vinyl club.
Hold on. What does DSS stand for? Is that like DSD, but one more beyond?
Jose, it's funny you mentioned that. This is the birthplace. Oh, it's animated. Look at this. Wow.
Dang.
Make that Vinyl Me Please and other pretenders to the throne. It's called, Jason, the Definitive Sound Series.
Wow.
Meticulous one-step process. Creates the definitive sounding audiophile version of all-time classic albums, in case you didn't know. And this, of course, is the 1992 all-timer, Dr. Dre's The Chronic. This is being mastered by a friend of the show that he doesn't know, Chris Bellman, our guy, Chris Bellman.
Yeah, let's read that, right there, Dre.
Hang on.
You should highlight it.
Yeah, here's the ditty. Okay, so the DSS one-step details include audio source, original, analog, master tapes, vinyl compound, Neotech, VR 900-D2. I'm so wet right now, it's unbelievable. 180 gram high-definition vinyl. Vinyl mastering, Chris Bellman at Bernie Grundon Mastering. One-step process. Wait for it. Doran Sour Beer at RTI, Record Technology Incorporated, and pressing, Record Technology Incorporated. Oh, wait, print and packaging, ASG Spark.
No. I wanted to read Dr. Dre's notes right there. Right there.
Oh my gosh.
Right there. Of
Dr.
course.
Dre's notes. When originally released back in 1992, The Chronic was a single LP with long sides. It was a gift that vinyl even existed for the original release. CDs ruled the day. By 2001, this landmark recording was split across 4 sides, which allowed for a more authentic audio listening experience to what Dr. Dre had created. Now, we have the Chronic one-step release, which takes Dr. Dre's production to a whole new listening level. The original analog master tapes were completely sequenced and in great shape, ready to cut! ! Of course, we use Chris Bellman at Burning Grunge.
Okay, all right, stop you right there.
All right.
Of course, we use Chris Bellman. They don't go anywhere. And so that's number one. Number two.
What's his name? Get a hold of you? Who? Chris Bellman.
And number two, when Dr. Dre refers to himself, he does refer to himself. Right? Dr. Dre's production. Who else could it be? What?
Oh, my God.
Man.
My guy. So, needless to say, another combatant has entered the arena of this one-step thing. Now, this got me on 2 levels. One, I love this album. I have about every pressing there is. I'm just going to be honest. I've got the original 92. I've got the 96 first reissue. I've got a 2000s reissue. I've got the IVC, even though they sent it in the worst mailer of all time, debut for their record club they did with the black cover. And then I'm going to get this. And you know what sold me on it? Bellman, Chris Bellman. Because if it had been just some other jabroni, and I'm not going to name names, if it had been some other jabroni, I don't know if I would have bit, but Bellman has such a good social proof with me from his Tom Petty stuff and other things I have that he's mastered over the years, Clapton stuff I have, etc. I'm going to take a flyer. And if it sucks, it can just sit on the shelf and collect dust like some of the other ones. But anyone else bite the bullet on this title. It's okay. This is a safe space.
I'm about ready to be honest.
Yeah, let's go.
I saw it.
Heroes of Rose. Come on now.
I saw it this morning, and I actually haven't bought. I've been way off the reissues lately, and I That's awesome. But yeah, I've been actually way off the reissues lately. But this is interesting, man. This is it. I'm not going to say this isn't interesting. This is right up my alley as far as I love that. That's amazing. This is right up my alley as far as time frame. It does hit that nostalgia thing, and I do have I think I have some kind of 2000s press of this that is all right, but I'm interested in this. This is also one chance that I feel like I love that if I feel like if you bought this one, you didn't dig it, you could resell it for at least what you paid for.
No, you're hitting it on the other end too. I think that since it's the first of this series, and a lot of audiophiles have limitless funds, it seems, or at least they have limitless credit limits. So yeah, if this is just because I gotta be honest, the IVC release they did was a little underwhelming. It was cool in terms of the aesthetic and the green, the slit mat, and all the little the bunnies they threw into it. Like I said, the mailer was garbage, but here we are. So audio quality wasn't the best. Man, you guys are dueling with the phone. We got Snoop. Hang on, we got Snoop on line 1. Snoop, what do you think about the one step and having your voice audio filed?
DOGG.
La di da di da. So let's go back. Oh, now I got it. Oh, where's the layout? Oh my gosh, I've got so many layouts now. Uh-oh. Who's getting a phone call? It's Dr. Dre. He's on line 1.
He's nuts.
Dre.
He's had enough of this stuff. Well, let me quit. So anyway, you get the point. Let me quit sharing. There.
Oh man, G's up.
G's up, hose down. Oh yeah, this is true. You're hitting it on the other end. That's right. Yes, sir.
That's Diddy calling, asking where his one step is.
Oh no.
Geez.
Oh no.
Oof.
Too soon. Too soon.
Get that family record comes up with extra baby oil.
Oh no!
Hey.
Hey, where else are you gonna get these Diddy jokes? But on Surface Noise, the Diddy Authority.
Oh, we forgot to show one more thing. Thanks to the Groove Seeker.
Oh yeah. See, this is making the rounds. I'd like to say it's an original piece, but I don't know.
This is an original piece by me. I stole it from another legendary picture and made it our own.
Well, remember, talent borrows, genius steals. Talent borrows, genius steals. So you're right in the right place when it comes to that kind of stuff. Well done, Groove Seeker. Well done.
I'm tempted by this. I don't know if I'm going to get it. I'm really happy that they're recognizing it as like a audiophile album, but I swear to God, if I see some dude who was at Woodstock in the VC that does a review on this, I'm going to lose my mind.
What are you talking about?
If there is somebody,
well, I'm hoping
Chris is calling out the olds. I just want to point out that Chris is calling out the olds.
Yes,
they're gonna say like Dr. Dre, checks my hearing, right? I see him, every 6 months.
Writes the best prescriptions.
Didn't you got the email, Chris? That who is it? What's the other show? What's the other show that always comes when this happens? The Steve Westman show is gonna do a rap sing along to this when this gets released.
Hey, well, Jose, it's funny you mention that because Steve got a test pressing. I don't think I'm speaking on school.
Yes.
And he said he said some very nice things about it. I don't want to misquote him here, but I did reach out and I did comment and I said I'm just curious what you compared it against because again I listed out what I have and he said that he had someone loan him the original 92 Bernie. So,
he had never heard that shit in his life.
Come on, I bet he's got one of these old
Canadian cents that he's
Jose, you never know. Like he might have put that blunt on,
That guy has 50 records and they're all 100 versions of the same Beatle record.
Steve, John Bong does not speak for the rest of us. John Bong has an axe to grind. I don't know what this is.
If he drops an N-word while doing the review, I'm out.
No, you're not.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I will take the Pepsi bet he does not use the N-word at any point on the review video.
Can you imagine if he's just in the house slamming N-word?
He's just going hard in the paint. Yeah.
There's also a revelation here is that the Chronic is getting reissued in a high quality audiophile package. We are getting old.
Oh, sure. Well,
I mean, you know what you're gonna do when you get that one step, right? You gotta
take
do
that
this,
one hit.
right?
One step, one hit. What's the difference?
You're gonna be this is 11 out of 10, right? You're gonna be like, I hear things I've never heard before, right? Really?
It
is called the Chronic.
They could have done something good with the packaging and shit.
Well, listen, hey, let's not count the chickens for their hatch. Let's get those copies in. It may be some nice sustainable packaging.
Right, hold up. So you want to open it up and there's rolling papers. You would have given
the Great Bambini or whatever.
I have 3 records that have I have two King Gizzard Blob to do acid on, so I expect something better when you pay for shit.
I'll be disappointed if it's rolling papers on a Dutchie or something like that. Let's
it's just sweets. What do you? Sweets, just
a grape swisher or something
they're already taking out the whole shit inside.
Yeah,
on season.
I don't even want to try to do this in any kind of accent, but Record Keeper 33 RPM says, "Ain't nothing but a G thing." Hey, Steve Westman, come on.
Can you imagine describing?
No.
That? Can you? They're like, I heard this bass. It was just over. Like Snoop D-O-double-G, right? He was singing right in my own room.
No, listen. Hey, the bottom line is, if you like it, you like it. Now I got to call this out. Tom's coming in hot. Tom's coming in hot. Fremer put out a review today. He gave the music a 9 and the sound a 10. Jose, what do you think about that?
Was it his
That's the
site?
whitest shit I've
First of
ever
all,
heard.
is this true? Was it on Tracking Angle, and was it Fremer who did it, or was it the
I think
kid
it's on
who
Tracking Angle. I haven't read it yet. I bookmarked it to look
one
at
of the
later.
one of the
I'm pretty sure
youngsters
it's
that's like
What was
Is
the
it the kid?
performance grade?
the kids.
right.
Do you think Steve Westman is like canceling the do-rag that he ordered from Amazon?
Oh, he didn't order
Oh
a
my
do-rag.
gosh. What
Come
the-
on.
No
Yeah.
way. No way. Okay, cool. Good for Fremer. I'm gonna corner him at WFMU. about
Fremer, like I don't know if anybody here follows. There's a beautiful Instagram page called the old Jewish guy. Just a old
No,
Jewish
that
guy
one did not
from-
come across my.
That's old Jewish guy from New York.
Weird.
So I imagine just Fremer, like the whole review. If he does a video review of that album, I'm just gonna ask them to post that. The whole thing is just on the Instagram page. Can you imagine? Like,
Well, you know
Fremer-
what? Good for Fremer. Instead of reviewing RCA Living Stereo ballet reissues or whatever.
Well, I mean, it's
cool
gonna be
to do
hard to like
ironic.
read that article and be like, Fremer's like, yes, I was in NWA, you know, since the '80s. Like, really? Like, man.
I thought Jerry Heller died though. Is that
what the fuck is Seaford
Oh
talking about?
no! Hang
I'm
on.
literally, I'm in Mexico, you dumb fuck, and then I'm from Central America, you dumb fuck. Of course, I've heard it.
Hang on, we don't want to alienate our new friends here. Hang on, we don't. Jose, been
Don't judge
saving
because
F-bombs
they are
up.
third world countries. The fuck is he talking?
Hang
When
on,
the fuck did I mention that?
Listen, Jose, if you want to get upset about something, I'm about to show you. I'm about to educate you.
Is Blockbuster going back? Oh no, it's
No. So here we are on the Tracking Angle, and I just want to call out. Let me make it bigger.
Look at that. That's subtitle. Do you see that?
Yes, the subtitle is what got me. It says
Oh, wow.
here the title says Dr. Dre's hip hop classic, The Chronic, gets the one step from tape treatment. Okay, and then the sub says Bernie was in the house, DA. He was there, the house,
man.
in 1992.
Oof.
Wow.
Chris Bellman cut this one step double LP. So
That's how they say it in Jersey. Listen, I respect Fremer. Fremer wrote this. I respect him for it. That's pretty cool.
he went
Good
there.
for him.
He went there. Yeah,
That's
artist
great.
intent. I believe this is exactly where this review is probably going, but I don't know. So I'm gonna. Here's what I'm gonna do. If you're motivated to read it, I'm motivated to send it. I'm gonna put it in the chat for our friends if they'd like to do it on their time. But I've already done enough reading and
my
prose
gosh.
today to
Fremer.
tax my vocal cords. But
So now every time we see Fremer at WFMU, like, hey, Fremer in the house. Okay?
Bremer in the house, Bellman in the house. No,
He's gonna be like,
Chris Bellman is our guy.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, Chasing Records is correct. The artist intended on making the money. There you go.
yes.
Yes.
I don't know about the
no,
art shop, but you have to think that Dre did have some kind of hand in it, because doesn't Dre own all of his masters?
Oh, sure,
Pretty
sure.
sure it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that it's nice they're doing that, but I'm not thrilled. I mean, I'm not excited about that record. Has always been in circulation, always been in print.
Yeah.
I wouldn't I don't know. I would rather do whatever with $125 than getting that. But that's me.
Yeah.
But if like I said it on that Instagram chat, if they do like because it's Geffen, if they do like Sonic Youth, I'll be happy if they do.
Well,
something
you
like
raised
that.
a really good point, because I don't think we've really had this conversation. This is what the freestyle is all about. But Interscope has such a deep catalog between the Geffen stuff,
right.
Asylum. Like that's why I think, to their credit, and I did give them shit about the first when they did The Chronic as the first title for the IVC, the Interscope Vinyl Club. They did terrible execution. They had no customer service. The mailer was shit. They sold out of units. They had no returns, et cetera, et cetera. But they've learned. And I've dipped in a couple different times. I got the Wolf Mother reissue they did. I got the
you get the
Doubts they did. Which one?
Audio Slave.
I did get Out of Exile. I did get that one. I got Obi Trice. I got that one. Was one of the early ones. Point being is that I really like what they do, and I think that they have the roster and the catalog to make it sustainable, right? I don't know how profitable it is for them. I mean, it's like $50 a month. I mean, it is pricey, but if you think back to what Vinyl Me Please was doing, their product far out trumps the last outputs of Vinyl Me Please for the last 12 to 18 months at a similar price point.
Yeah, I've thought about joining because I actually really dig a lot of the titles they've done.
Yeah, they did
No, I'm not saying they're bad titles. It's just of course I get why would they do the most popular titles, right? You want money, right? To sustain. It's not like you sometimes want to have money not just for the sake of having money, because you need to, fund everything you do, of course. But I'm just saying, like, as a consumer, I don't like, it's just like like Audio Slave. I grew up. To me, Chris Cornell growing up was Audio Slave.
Of course.
That's just how I grew up, so I know everybody hates on Audio Slave, but I grew up on that. I like it.
I like Audio Slave.
They already like it's on and off being repressed, and they just repressed it normally. So it's just like, hey, why don't you do this time? It's like I've said it on Rhino. Why don't they do like I don't know, Fear of Music or something like that, or Naked or something. It's just something that replacement. They just did Tim alternative version. Why don't they do like the normal Tim on hi-fi? So just stuff like that. And I'm just sick that there's no process thought. Just let's sell a lot. So let's do what's the most popular titles.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like I agree with what you're saying. Like it gets a little bit. It's like they regurgitate the same titles, but this is like, you're 12, 14, 16, 18 years old when this comes out, and you're into vinyl now. Like this is like what you want. It's a classic. Like it's just a stone cold classic.
Yeah,
you grew up with that.
You can go to Walmart and buy that shit right now.
No,
like that.
No, they don't have that at Walmart.
So I think like I totally get what you're saying too, Jose. It makes all the sense in the world. For me, and this is probably me being like a little out of touch, I must have missed a couple of those like Audio Slave specific reissues, because when I saw the Audio Slave title, that's actually what made me be like, oh shit, I haven't actually seen that in a while. And
so they've reissued the original self-titled like once or twice, right? This is the first reissue of Out of Exile. They did do a reissue of Revelations, the third album, but it was like NTX Vinyl and a couple others. It was some kind of overseas reissue, and it was really good actually. It was like on green vinyl. But in terms of authorized reissues, like Out of Exile, as far as I know, has not been reissued until.
Okay, so that makes sense, because I was looking for it and I didn't see a lot of reissues of Out of Exile. That like really grabbed me, because I was like, oh man, I want to hop on.
Yeah, the original was on blue vinyl, and then they came out with this and did it. Now I do have Jose, real quick. We've got breaking news. I hate to do this again.
Breaking news.
We have a picture. We have a picture of Michael Fremer after doing the Dr. Dre review. Here is Michael Fremer. He is apparently we've done a wardrobe change, perhaps lifestyle change. Michael Fremer coming in hot. I believe that's the immortal LaFonda is
on
now
the
on his
left
side.
Wow.
Yes.
Fremer's hearing just got better by 20%. Damn.
And he said,
Chance,
what?
on this the collective they're doing, like, you have a ton of titles and I have a ton of titles. You and I don't have the same titles. That's also what's great about it, is it's so diverse.
How are those records sounding?
Nah, it's not that diverse.
They're fun.
Yeah, I mean, like I got the Elastica one. I thought it was very good. Again, are any of these knocking my socks off? Nothing where I've like, the feeling. You're listening to something and you're like, wow. Yeah. They did it. These are good. I haven't found one yet that's done that for me, but they're solid. They're solid.
But like I've said, look, even from their own stand, like, do you have to always do the 45 RPM one step thing to get like the absolute more ka-ching out of everyone? Like that's my problem. It's just like, hey, look, this is an all analog version of the Chronic. 45 RPM for whatever.
That record has always been a flat record. The CD was flat. The OGs were like, if they're going to do something that gets that has nothing across, like, why not give it a shot? What if it comes out to like knocks everybody's
Let's
socks?
pull all the tricks out. Throw
I
them
think
out
it'd
on
be
the
cool to
table.
hear, like, honestly, and it might, like, maybe it'll suck again. I don't know. Who knows? But like, to me, like, the notion of hearing Dre's production, like, fucking badass, is kind of cool.
Yeah, why not?
It's just look like somebody mentioned. Joel's mentioning music on vinyl. No, they don't give much thought except, does it sound good? Yeah, release that shit. And they do a lot of like more obscure type stuff. And I don't know. It's just I like it. I like the catalog they do.
Right, but
they normally do like a whole.
Yeah, how long has music on vinyl been doing their thing? Over a decade, right? Like when they first came out, they weren't knocking it out of the park. I mean, some of that stuff was whack as fuck. But I think over time, you know what I mean? So I think I would like to give the Interscope folks some gravitas. Like I said, I think they learned from some missteps early on in their launch and execution of that club. And like Chris said, like some of the titles I come in and out. I don't stay month to month.
Me too.
You can come in and out. It's the same price. I think if you do 3 months, maybe you save a little coin. I don't know. It's probably not worth it at the end to keep the flexibility, but I'd give them the runway and the benefit of the doubt because they have the catalog. They have what Vinyl Me Please didn't. They don't have to mess with licensing.
Yes, but look,
Jose, I also like pop music.
No, I don't want
obscure. I don't want like obscure.
I also like pop music.
But this is like right in my wheelhouse.
You know,
I like pop music.
Jose, like what Adam said, if this is successful, we could only presume.
Oh no!
This is next. You know, No Way Out, One Step.
Wow.
My copy of that is actually on Cream Vinyl, I think.
Oh wow!
Not dead serious. Not joking.
Wow.
Yeah.
But my point is this: I think like Low End Theory would have been like stuff like that. I would get more excited than the Chronic, as that's like if a white guy knows a rap album.
Oh no! Body blow. I
can guarantee you, we could pull the group. There's some hip hop heads in there. More people know Low End Theory than the Chronic. Like that's a way more popular album.
Like
way more.
I don't know. That might be the old East Coast, West Coast, and the Midwest.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it is my New York East Coast.
I think you live in a little bubble, Chris, of rap. But I think
Vinyl Me Please did Low End Theory.
Vinyl Me Please did an excellent job. I'm giving them
flowers.
They did Low End Theory. Gorgeous, to borrow a phrase. Gorgeous. And it was magnificent.
But my point is just like something like that would interest you, like De La Soul. Something like that would interest you.
Vinyl Me Please did
like
that.
Mos Def. That would be
they did Black on both sides. The collective did Black on both sides. I got it.
So Jose, I'm gonna ask you a question. Are these companies in the business of making money or making certain people happy?
But that's what I
you just compared. You said Dr. Dre the Chronic should be put on the side for Mos Def.
No. I also said that they could release all analog normal versions that are not.
Well, and who's to say they won't? I mean, it's possible. Again, I think we're in the early stages of them figuring it out.
Geffen does a lot of all analog records, and I've never heard a single human being in the VC talk about them. The whole fucking Sonic Youth catalog is in print right now, and it's everything. It's AAA. Yeah. So stuff like that. It's just like it's just
So Jose, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to put you to the test. Mount Rushmore hip hop albums. You only get 4. What are they?
For what? Do I get for what?
The 4 greatest hip hop albums. Mount Rushmore. It's a Mount Rushmore. Actually, I'm gonna pin you on it. If you don't think the Chronic is on Mount Rushmore,
no,
I might have to lie as vice president of customer service and logistics.
I didn't grow up with that like West Coast sounding records, so I don't know.
So you're a Jermaine Dupri guy, is what you're saying, or a
I like what I like.
That's so deaf.
I've never been a know-it-all of anything, and I don't know a lot about hip hop. I just the records I like. It's not a genre that
I'm just having fun
with
with
my
you.
pros all the time. But I would say, I don't know, I grew up with Beastie Boys, so that's the type of rap rock that I like. Paul's Boutique, one of the first records I got on CD as a kid, License to Ill, stuff like that. The last ever Beastie Boys that they did, like the little movie with like Frodo and shit. I remember that as a kid, and I am grateful. Again, Mos Def, because I saw him on movies and I like them. 3-6 Mafia, I liked a lot. Because I grew up watching MTV, right? Computer.
3-6. Oh my gosh.
So
how about this one, Jose? How about this one?
Ooh, talk about Interscope. Here we go. Dre, you got all the.
I've never been
50 Cent back before he looked like he 50 Cent.
Chance, I want to go on record.
Like I would say, like even NWA's like the soundtrack that Dre did for Compton. I like that a lot that he released. It's not a genre that I go in fully all the time.
No problem. I
like samples. I like listening to samples a lot. But again, I'm just saying, like, I understand the monetary reason of why doing the most popular thing, because that's going to get you money. But once you get that money, you can release something that's not as popular.
And that's what I'm saying. Give them a little space. That may happen. But come on, Mos Def.
I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, again,
it may not.
They have a huge catalog. I'm not saying they should do like those shitty Geffen Neil Young records, but
those 80s Neil Young records that Dollar Bin All Stars. Yeah. So Chris, what were you gonna say earlier? Sorry, I think you got cut off.
I don't know. I just wanted to say that I don't put the Chronic on my Mount Rushmore. But...
Whoa, Chris, nice knowing you. Anyway,
yeah.
Fair enough. All right, well, this is a good segue because we did have some leftovers, and I think the guys might have been excited or might have been interested in this one, and it was going to be in the podcast proper portion, but let's do it in the freestyle. So, Tom, if you're there, this is a planned portion. We call it the leftovers. The leftovers are here. And I thought this was an interesting one because it makes you think and it makes you do a little research. So we're going to go around the dais, maybe a time or two before we wind down the broadcast. The exercise is very simple. Band or artist who has never put out an authorized live album. It's a smaller list than you would think because I was very surprised. I was going through my stuff today and I was trying to figure out, okay, I may not have it, but has it been done? Tracy Chapman, here's an example. I couldn't think of one. She did one. There's like some Canadian release, I think in 1988, Monterey, something. Okay. Had no idea. So here's how this is going to work. I'll go to Jose, and Jose named two, if you're ready for this. One is the right one, the other is not the right one. Don't tell us, and then we'll kind of crowdsource. Okay, does that make sense? Easy enough.
Bob Thornton.
Huh? Say it again.
I'm just trying to say an artist that I think doesn't have a live one, but you're going to give me options.
Well, no. So here, I'll start it off. This will kind of set the table, right? This is where So here, I'm Chasing Records is good. I'm going to borrow his. So I would say Def Leppard or Tool. One of those two has never done an official. Actually, I take that back. Both of them have. Psych, I messed that up because Tool was on my original list, and they actually.
I know. Def Leppard has because every time.
Def Leppard has. Okay, but you understand that
on Walmart they have DVDs piled up.
Yeah, Def Leppard is a Walmart bin all-star. This is true. All right, so do you understand the premise, right? So let me do a real one because Tool was on my original list. So if I said something like, I don't know, Metallica and Nick Drake.
Okay. Of course, Nick Drake. Nobody has footage of that motherfucker moving his arms. Like, it just
see, there you go. Ding ding, ding ding, ding ding. So Nick Drake, yes.
There's like Sasquatch type film of supposedly him walking in the crowd. Just bizarre behavior, and I like that no conspiracy theory ever said like maybe he didn't exist because there's no like footage of him existing, basically just like a video of him when he was a baby. They could be anybody. Like, what the fuck is that type of footage? You know,
it could be. All right. So basic tenets of what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah,
Everyone makes sense. All right, Rojas, I'll start with you on this one. Give us 2, and then let us legislate.
If Chris Gaines did a live record, Greatest Hits Volume 2, I think we would all be blessed and thankful, you know?
We would.
Honestly. Like, and he'll just cover the whole record live. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not?
We would.
I'd buy it.
I'd buy 2 copies. You know, I heard, hold up, Concert Buddy. I heard that Trisha, his wife, Trisha Yearwood,
yes,
says her favorite record is this one. Okay?
Yeah, they share the same eyeliner. I think that makes a lot of sense.
And I'm gonna
too.
Yes. I'm gonna give one bonus too. Guess who's in the new Spinal Tap movie?
No. Gain Daddy?
Gaines or Garth?
Garth.
Oh, well, yeah. Garth's everywhere. He's in the Billy Joel documentary. It made like no sense whatsoever. Yeah.
Man, there you go.
All right. Well, in the spirit of what we're trying to accomplish, can you throw us 2?
This is the one. Why would this?
All right. Groove Seeker, you got the assignment, right? Groove Seeker, I'm going to go to Chris.
Yeah.
Help us. This is
the only thing is I don't have this set up with a band that actually does have a live album. So let's say I said Ben Harper or The Cars, who doesn't have a live album.
I would take Ben Harper does have a live album as far as I know. Live from Mars, like literally.
Live from Mars.
Oh wow.
Anybody?
Do the Cars? I thought the Cars had one too, no?
I don't think
like
I couldn't
on DVD,
find one.
but not on vinyl.
Okay.
All right, Adam, you got one? That was a good one.
Yeah, what I thought this was a hard one too, Concert Buddy. This was not an easy assignment.
Thank you. This is this isn't Cupcake City like other live streams. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Right?
I'll give you one that I was thinking of that it seemed like they did that I didn't realize, and then one that I do pretty sure does not have one. So it would be between Dire Straits and the Beastie Boys.
Oh,
the Smiths have a live record.
Doesn't Dire Straits just so this the only thing I was confused about is
Dire Straits does have a
vault
live record,
like reissue or a vault issue, a live album. I guess it is. So I guess Beastie Boys don't have a live album.
So anyone else? All right,
they have all the research. That Madison Square Garden show that they gave a lot of.
So this is true. The Beasties didn't do an authorized one, but they did do that movie. Awesome. I fucking shot that where they give 50 people at Madison Square Garden camcorders, and they filmed the show from their perspective. So, yes, but Dire Straits did release an official live album.
Yeah.
Boom. So, Jose, yes.
No, I'm just thinking.
Okay. What if I have another one? Can I jump in?
Yeah.
So what if I said, let's go with, here's a good one. I'm going to take Joel's because it's actually very right on my point. So Static ATX Records, again, check them out online. Radiohead or Beck? Radiohead.
I know that they have like B-side shit and some live stuff they have.
I might be wrong. Is Radiohead's live album? They have a live. Well, see,
I know every single fucking Beck record,
but it's a bootleg. But there is a Beck doing the Leonard Cohen tribute, like that whole show.
Yes, with Devendra Banhart.
Right, but it is unauthorized.
That's the thing.
And the quality of that shit is like 44p.
So yes. So for my research, and throw it into Google, AI does all the work now. There is no official Beck.
Why use the brain, right?
Why use your brain when the computers are taking over? Skynet is self-aware.
Wait. I wanna disprove something immediately. High Rand District Scientologists do a fuckload of live albums. First of all, L. Ron Hubbard, may he die in peace.
Oh no.
Guns A Blazing. No, I'm kidding. He had a lot of jazz projects. and Chick Corea, who was 100% Scientologist, had a lot of live records. So
I thought Beck denied that claim too.
His dad is the official what do you call it? Name in English. The guy that does like the orchestra type music for the church.
Music director.
But he doesn't. His dad did the string arrangements for Sea Change.
I thought you were gonna say Beck's father is David Cavarine, or what's his name? Miss Cavarine, the guy who's
also Beck was a fucking band at one point. So
sorry, my
One Foot in the Grave, top 2 Beck albums.
All right. Anybody else want to take her? Because I've got a couple.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, this guy did a live record.
Oh hell yeah,
John Tesh.
Don't even hit the Tesh man, because
Live at Red
Round Ball
Rocks.
Rock is back. NBC's got NBA again, and they're going to Round Ball Rock for all the. Yeah.
Can you imagine what this sounds like? I hope it's mastered by Bernie Grundman.
Oh,
at Red Rocks.
Yes.
That's got to be epic. I mean, just think of Connie Selica just flying above in the audience. Unbelievable.
Everyone after that show went to Applebee's. You know.
Chili's is back. Jose, back in the States, Chili's
poppers, right?
They get the jalapeno poppers, and there was so much Long Island iced tea consumed, you wouldn't have been able to.
Stretching the fake shit out.
Yeah, John Tesh, don't sleep
I think
on
they
him,
played
man.
I Want My Baby Back Ribs.
Chili's, yes sir. Chris, Groove Seeker, you got another one?
I got 2.
All right,
these are kind of, I don't know if they're major, but I don't think Yo La Tengo has a live album. Anybody? I guess
like that's semi-true because, for example, they have that split record that they do like oddities, and I think some of those are live. They also have that radio song with Daniel Johnston, who would have turned 60 today, if I'm not mistaken. That they playing in the radio, and he's singing from the mental institution, Speedy Motorcycle, and they're just like playing.
Yeah,
that's a live song, but a whole record. No, they should do those Hanukkah shows. They should release them on vinyl.
Yeah,
so
those are
like
big.
Me buy them.
The other one, I think they might have a live EP, but I don't think Arcade Fire has a live album. I know they had like that fashion EP with Bowie, right? But I mean, that's only like 3 songs. I think it was digital only.
You know, the Reflector album was a peak album when I was.
For the VC olds out there, the Hermits never released a live record. Just heads up.
Finally.
Just been waiting
for Kermit the Frog.
Thank you.
You know,
Kermit the Frog.
Chris, to answer your question, we lost Adam. Where'd Adam go?
It was the Kermit the Frog.
Arcade Fire does not have an official live album. They have an official live release, the Reflector tapes.
Yeah.
I saw that documentary. That was a documentary too, right? I feel like
it's like a short film.
Yeah, short film or whatever. I saw it in the theater. This was a hard question. I really had to dig.
Yeah, this one, because like I said, I was just kind of combing my records and then vetting them. I spent a good 20 minutes.
I mean,
let me throw another one out there, Jose. This one might stump you. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Grateful Dead.
No, yeah. Ready? Stevie Wonder or Motley Crue? Stevie Wonder or Motley Crue?
No idea. Any of it.
I would say Stevie Wonder.
No. Stevie Wonder has like I think 2 live records.
Ooh.
One of them is like in the
I have one.
mid 60s, I think, or 66, 67.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
And
I have one.
Stevie Wonder live. Good catch. Yeah. So this was a fail.
Was that like was that like from the review tours? Was it?
No,
wasn't like a short?
No, it was on Tom.
He's got a standalone. It's like an orange cover.
Yes.
I have one that I can ask.
Go for it. Let's do it.
So one of them has to have one, right?
Hang on. BK is probably, this is what happened. He said Arcade Fire drove Adam away. I think Adam had enough. He had to revolt once he said Arcade Fire. But go ahead, John. John Ball.
Well, I was thinking. Let me think of another band first.
And yes, real quick, I know you want to say Boston. I saw someone said that earlier in the chat. Boston.
Never gonna say Boston.
Never. Yeah. Well, I knew. That's why I said I'm taking it from you. That was
Harry Nilsson or ELO.
Oh, Harry Nilsson doesn't have a live album.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
oh,
I knew that.
Yes.
Well, he has
That's
that fake shit where he was like at a studio with like people on it.
Does Tom Waits have a live album besides the one he did in studio?
Yeah, he has the one that the Glitter and Gloom.
Yeah, that's right. I don't have that.
But he has Lucky Day, which is one of my favorite songs.
Nighthawks at the Diner, 1975.
Yeah.
Well, that one is in studio.
And Glitter and Doom, 2009.
Big Time. That's the movie, but it's also live.
Like, you know what makes this kind of hard is like I was thinking, does Prince have a live album that isn't a vault release? Like in order of his discography?
It has to be. Yeah, I think it has to be during.
Yeah, it's career. That movie that he
Chris,
did.
I don't know if I've ever told you.
No. It's
Graffiti Bridge.
Well, there's like a movie that's being re-released in the theaters.
Chris, I'm gonna tell you something just so you get jealous at me.
Yeah.
All right.
Do it.
So well, it's not even really. Doesn't involve me. It does involve Prince. So my aunt went to church with Prince. He's a
Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, so my one of my aunts, Jehovah's Witness, would go to whatever they call it in English. I don't forget salon. They call it salon here. But they would go, and he was there, and they would say each other, and she told me, "Oh yeah, the brother died." I was like, "What the fuck? Like, who the fuck is the brother?" And I was like, "Oh, Prince." And I was like, "All right." So my aunt fucked with Prince at church, and I always thought that was funny as fuck.
Who had high heels, your aunt or Prince?
probably Prince, but
of course.
She said that he was very helpful.
Oh, good.
Helping with chairs.
That's good. But Led Zeppelin, I couldn't get confirmation.
Tomorrow you can get it.
Okay.
Right.
Well, isn't Song Remains?
Adam, welcome back. Did the Arcade Fire talk? You just had enough. Was Arcade Fire to piss you off? It's okay.
That was it. Yeah.
But
damn, a lot of Arcade Fire hate.
No, Arcade Fire has like 4 great albums out of like 6 they have, so that's pretty great.
Yeah.
Neon Bible, amazing. The Suburbs, amazing. Reflector, amazing. And
so here's one. Dr. Johnny Fever says Lenny Kravitz or Kenny Rogers, both. Kenny Rogers put like 5, but Lenny Kravitz, to my surprise, doing my research, I think he's put out 2.
Really?
Let me get
Didn't Kenny Rogers had like the Gambler live?
Of course. Oh, come on. Of course he did. Right. Yes. Well, hang on. I take that back. So Lenny Kravitz has Just Let Go, which is a live concert film and album. The Lenny Live DVD, 2002. Everybody's got that. And then he did a live at Budokan.
Does Billy Joel have one?
Yeah, he has a couple. He did the one from Moscow, the red cover, and then
the Russian.
Plus he's done a couple. He did now it's Record Store Day, but he did the live at Carnegie Hall one from '77.
Didn't he do a New Year's Eve one live too? That's early 2000s.
Did the guys from Shrek?
Oh, of course, Shrek.
Do they have a live record?
Yeah, I think it was Shrek the musical. I think they scored it and did all the original music. Jose.
They have a live album. They have a live album, and it's like a 2 or 3 disc set, and it's the MTV Unplugged, but then it's also like a live set from New York.
A better question is, what's your top 3 MTV Unplugs?
Ooh,
plus one that has never been released properly.
I got that.
All right, you go ahead. Go say that. What's your favorite, Adam?
That's too easy.
Number 1 for me is Alice in Chains. Like, not even hesitation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because of the shades.
Yes.
The death surrounding the whole fucking
Big
show.
fan of Got Me Wrong. I think that's a great rendition of Got Me Wrong. But
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'll probably catch some hate for this, but I really do dig Clapton's Unplugged.
Yeah, 92. Yeah, it's great. Tears of Heaven. He got number
Before
one.
you accuse me.
And then obviously Nirvana's Unplugged is pretty great.
Classic. Yep.
But also in the one that I would love to see done properly, not to bring it back, but the Paul McCartney one was never released.
What? The Public Enemy?
Public Enemy, yes.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
That was great. All right, Chance.
Oh man, he had a lot of
Three
good ones.
officials and one
Official MTV Unplugged. The Nirvana. I would say Pearl Jam. Obviously, I'm going to go there. Kimbo. Shout out to Kimbo. I do like the Jay-Z one because the Roots backed up, and that's when he was feuding with Nas, and he was rapping They were doing Nas's music while he was. I forget. It was from the Blueprint. I forget which song it was. But unofficially, man, that's a tough one.
There's a lot. It's like a
Yeah,
lot.
So when you say unofficial, they recorded it
and never released it.
And they just never released it because the quality was bad. Yeah, I'd have to get back to it. I didn't.
Like, for example, like the REM ones were released eventually.
Oh yeah, eventually. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
They have two, and they were like bootlegs. I think they're officially released now, but All right.
Yeah, let me come back to it. I'm gonna have to look that one up because
Me, I'm gonna try not to do repeats, so it's hard though. But
Katy
Arrested
Perry.
Development's Unplugged.
Katy
Arrested Development's Unplugged was good.
Yeah.
Dashboard Confessional.
No, get the fuck out of here.
They did do one. Yeah,
they did one. Yeah, of course they did.
Hole had an Unplugged.
Did one.
Hole had an Unplugged. Didn't Stone Temple Pilots have one that's unreleased?
Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, because they released Creep, I think, for radio, but they never released as an album. That's like a bootleg that people often confuse as an official release, but it's never. That's clutch. That's a good one.
All right.
And actually, you know what's a great one is the Neil Young one is great.
From Hand to Hendrix.
Yep.
He does that song, and I really like that song.
Yeah.
Jose, Ricky Martin didn't make your list. Ricky Martin Unplugged didn't make your list.
No, but you saw it. I think Cesar had it on VHS or some shit like that.
Oh no! Oh,
well, he did. I think he did, or DVD.
Oh, did he say this? And I hope he didn't say it in the chat because I'm gonna screenshot that one and I'm gonna make a T-shirt out of it. That's my next.
He posted some MTV Unplugged VHS, which I thought.
Oh my gosh!
You got to highlight Daniel Adams' comment. I think this is in my wheelhouse, and maybe Chance's.
Oh yeah, Jodeci. Yeah, come on. Man.
Hell yeah.
The worst one is Lauryn Hill's. It's so fucking crazy.
It should have been better. It should have been better. It was just mid.
It's horrible. It's like new songs. Nobody knew.
Come on.
It's all new songs nobody knew. They were like sketches. They were not finished songs.
She had a breakdown during the Unplugged. It was a lot.
Oh yeah, Roxette did one. I do remember this. Yeah.
All right, Jason, what's your top three?
Wow.
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill, 10,000 Maniacs, and then my personal favorite, shout out to Cesar, it is the Soda Stereo Unplugged. Without watching that, like during the lockdown,
which is not Unplugged at all.
right, it's not. That one just blew my mind. I couldn't believe it.
That's my favorite. So I'm going to name three in Spanish.
And the unreleased
one. I'm give you one before you do. So you said unofficial.
Yeah, the unofficial. I say the Neil Young, like. He did two of them, if you know that.
Really?
I didn't.
That's right.
And then he was so upset. Yet the producer said, we filmed two of them, but it was the first one that was the best one.
Like it was the 2 nights.
Well, I think 2 separate nights. Like he did one.
They normally do that.
And then he walked out. He just I'm not feeling this, and he walked out. And they were just like,
well, he did a whole lot of overdubs for that.
Well, no, he did 2 of them. He filmed one.
No, but he did overdubs. He actually went to studio and recorded over it.
Oh, jeez.
I was going to say unofficial. I didn't know. I forgot live. Ed Kowalczyk. Live unofficial.
I remember that one.
Was the Black Rose?
Oasis
Black Rose
released?
released?
hilarious. Have you ever seen the Oasis unplugged?
Oh,
that,
yeah.
That what is it? Liam didn't go.
Well,
Liam was
he was there. He sat at the, you know.
Oh yeah, he said like fuck this shit.
He's like watching
He's
it,
drunk.
like,
and the stage is humongous for whatever reason. So they're just like doing covers of shit.
Oh no! All right, Jose, bring us home. We're gonna wrap it up. What are your answers to your own? This is a good question. Nice job.
Well, I would say the Soda Stereo one, but so I don't have to like name another one. It would be there's this Mexican artist called Julieta Venegas, which I really like. That's one of my favorite. That no one said. The Corn, shout out Corn. They did Freaking on a Leash.
Are you ready, Jose? Yes, you are.
They're pretty sweet shit. One that no one said before. I don't want to say another one in Spanish.
Shakira is off the list, Jose. Shakira.
The VH1
Storytellers? You can't go to Storytellers.
No, I'm not going to that.
What about Dennis Leary?
I think nobody even said the Nirvana one. Did anybody said the Nirvana one? Yeah. Well,
did you black out when Adam and I were talking? Probably.
Well, I'll say the Soe because Cesar did remind me that I like it. And the one that's never been released, I like the Bjork one that nobody seems to know that it exists. And then it's an Argentinian band called Los Fabulosos Cadillac that the two Chris from Talking Heads produced, which is Debbie Harris is singing on one of the tracks. And when she's being interviewed while the thing is being made, and she said that she thought the band sucked. So I thought that was really funny. It's like, oh look, it's the girl from Blondie and a lot of weird movies, and she's just talking shit about the band. I thought that was amazing.
Well, John Bong, thank you for letting us finish strong-ish.
Yes.
Sans some of my bad impersonations. But I want to thank our guests. I want to thank Adam for coming back to the dais of doom, our gallery coming back in. I know there's a lot of competition out there, so appreciate you. Yeah, we got Monday Night Football or Thursday Night Football now. So I think we're right in the thick of football season. I know that's where Vinyl Richie goes. Not that Vinyl Richie is a big supporter of what I do, but he shows up here from time to time when he's looking for some spare change. So football season takes him away from us. Come back one day, sweet prince. But I thank my guests, Jose, Groove Seeker, Mr. Rojas, and then Adam. Thank you in the gallery. Thank you, Chris Gaines, for never.
Come on, Capitol Records, One Step, Chris Gaines, greatest hits.
Hey, listen, be careful what you wish for. You know, they do watch this programming. They may. Oh yeah, what's our bong count? The official bong count tonight? We've got 8. That's pretty low.
Fuck.
Oh no, it doesn't count. Does not.
I hammered the over on DraftKings.
Yeah. Where's the DraftKings? Yeah, we need to pull the DraftKings anyway.
I think it was actually 15.5 when I checked.
Fair enough.
15.5 when I checked early.
Outro coming. Unofficial count. We'll see you next week again. Tease. We're gonna talk more about records next week. Spoiler. See you next time.